All right. I'll just chat and play this game at the same time. That's going to be annoying to see. Whatever. Probably just flip this around, share my screen actually. So I guess I'm just here for a bit playing this. And I will speak with people while I'm doing so. I'm going to go out in a little bit, but I said I would stream, so I'm going to be here doing this and talking about the Cobain case and anything else for a little while. Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. Great, I just killed myself. Fuck. With it being wavy, it actually looks more old school. Oh, fucker. I bet Kurt played this game before. Fuck. Slow and steady wins the race. Here I go up against Courtney the Big Troll. Oh, it is a woman too. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Fuck. Got her. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Yeah. Ah, yes. By the way, I've been playing this since I was like 6 years old or 5. Still haven't beat it. Fuck this game. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck. I'm not going to win. Holy fuck. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck yeah. Fuck you, Courtney. Hey, not much. I'm just playing this game while we're chatting. I'm gonna go out in a bit, but I'll be back too. I'm gonna play this for a bit and speak with you. I've been playing this since like '96. I fucking hate this. I was like 4 years old. It was me and my sister and my older brother, older sister. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. All right. Fuck. Fuck yeah. How old were you in 1996, Paul? Oh, the sun? I fucking hate this. Oh, got it. Holy crap! I am 32 right now. Oh fuck! Almost got it. This is the one with the mean sun. I fucking hate it. Oh, great. Yeah, it's the one that just got it. Oh no, it's not. Good. Let's try to tilt that. Just a second. Might be better. Holy fuck! Nice. Have you went to any of the locations today? I know a lot of people are. Hmm. Let's see if I can beat the big bad Courtney again. Fuck! Oh, I did it! Fuck yeah! Fuck you, Courtney. Yeah, I'll do that again tonight too. Oh, fuck. What? Why did I do that? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I can fly with that. I can just fly through the whole fucking. I guess this is cheating, but whatever. Oh shit. Wow, this is the one with the fun I hate. I fucking got. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna smoke for a little bit. I'll keep this on right there. So I don't know. All the media stuff is ridiculous. Other than the titles saying Kurt was murdered and everything, that is good. Just headlines like that. Oh wow, what was your band? Do you did you get to meet Kurt up close, like shake his hand and all that? Skin hard. That sounds like a slaughterhouse. That's awesome. What did he say to you? Yeah, just like Harvey said. How old were you when you met him? You met one of the coolest people on planet Earth that existed on it. Real. I do. I've seen how the music really like altered consciousness and people's state and made them become more creative and free and loose. And it was a nice, good vibe. And the times were different. That's why too, because in the 90s or 80s, we didn't have the cell phones and everything like it is now, right? I wish that we could all start our own thing with Kurt, not just in a spiritual sense as we are, but like a carnation for all of us to hang out at. And we live like it's the 90s and before. That would be really cool. There was a sign out front of Carnation that said Nirvana on it. Good. Your band singer is really smart. It sucks thinking back to like 92 or whatever when Kurt wouldn't have realized this. And to know he stood up for her before all that, before she turned on him. Really bad. And Courtney dated everybody. All righty. Let's see if that's the again. Oh, fuck. Fucking sun. Fuck. All right. Bye, Paul. That was interesting. Again, I give up with this. Uh, Happy birthday to Kurt. All right. Catch you later. Fuck. Oh, I took a beating. Holy fuck. Do you remember the Home Alone 2 game for Nintendo NES? It's so confusing, but I'm going to try it again. Home Alone Part 1. I never played Home Alone 1. I played Lost in New York a lot. All right. Well, I was Kevin for a little bit, but now I'm Deb. I guess I should title this "Going Through NES Streams." I will after. Just... Well, I didn't last long as Batman either. My favorite game that I've loved since I was little on this is Ghoul School. You might remember this. Yeah, it is. All the classrooms. Holy crap. Just a second. Try to step away so you don't hear it so much. Clicking. I'm already bored of it. I remember they had a Friday the 13th one. Let's see. It was boring, but it scared the shit out of me. Here we go. That was creepy, but I think I remember that one too. I wanted it to die. All right. I think I'm done with this. So, like that. I'll put that right there. I don't know. I need to go out soon and get some stuff. I'm going to cover this one out. Can't believe Kurt would be 60 years old. I guess I'll go over some things here on the stream. So, I really don't know what to go over. We pretty much went through a lot of everything almost. Actually, an audiobook would be cool. But I have to create another free email to be able to use the good voice that we can listen to. So I'm going to do that. All right, I'm signing up for a new email so we can get on Speechify again. My name is Poopy Mac. All right. I got another account, Mac Poopy. Let's just sign up for Speechify.
founder of Speechify. My name is Cliff. Speechify is designed to be personal. Let's make it yours.
Yeah, let's do that.
How did you hear about Speechify? Select your age. What is your first name? What is most of your reading for? What do you want to read using Speechify?
Just a sec. If my phone dies, I'm gonna be pissed. It might die. It's gonna die, isn't it? It's gonna fucking die.
Poopy. About how much time do you... Now, let's customize your listening experience. Hello, Poopy. You're about to join over 55 million people, making reading easier, faster, and more enjoyable with Speechify. First, choose a voice you'd like to listen to.
Not you.
Nice choice. You can always switch later, or even clone your own voice. Now, set your listening speed to read more in less time. Great. You're almost ready. Speechify can also create AI podcasts, summarize documents, and generate quizzes. Use Speechify on desktop and in your browser too. Your experience stays in sync. Your preferences are saved. Tap Continue below. Poopy, we are finalizing your listening plan. Poopy. It's time to experience the power of Speechify. Speechify works best when you add something to read. What do you want to read? Where is your PDF or document?
Let's see. Oh. I want to go over the chapter of Joe's book for as long as we can about what happened to Kurt.
Chapter 6.
Just a sec.
I can't believe it has taken 30 years to get to this point. I don't know if I ever thought this day or moment would ever come, especially not voluntarily. I can say that I feel better at this point than I did when I started the book. You have noticed that I use the word confession throughout, and sometimes it is in quotes, and sometimes it is not. I don't know if it is subliminal or symbolic. I'm not really sure. I do know that I consider this my confession because I have never put words to paper regarding this, and I have never said these things to anyone, ever. You will see some similar angles and elements across some of my interviews that exist online. But as previously stated, there are some key things that I have never told anyone. I hope you can empathize with me as much as possible, knowing how difficult this truly is, and how truly difficult this has been. I would be doing a disservice if I tried to explain and interpret every little movement that occurred over those few particular days. You have to understand, this was a 4-day journey, not for all of us, but for me and Bonnie it was. We arrived together and we left together. I'm not saying we were holding hands the whole time or occupying the same room together minute by minute, but our experiences were bookended and the most crucial moments we did spend together. It is important to reiterate that we were all doing drugs, staying up late, and none of us could be coined as straight-laced or conservative. That has to be taken into consideration as I attempt to lay out in detail the dates, days, times, locations, people, situations, conversations, and interactions. There are a lot of moving parts, a lot of people present, and we all weren't occupying the same rooms at the same time. It was a pretty big house, and we sometimes ping-ponged between rooms and people, sometimes due to stimulatory factors, sometimes due to convenience. It was a strange time, being that close to rock stardom and rock idolatry, coupled with freedom and resources and access. Not saying we were all rolling in dough, but we were all rolling in drugs. I've taken the last few weeks going over it all in my head, writing stuff down, doing research, trying to put all of the puzzle pieces together the best way I know how. I am going to refer to the days, not the dates. It will be easy for you to line up the dates on your own, and I have some reasons as to why I don't want to say the literal dates. I will start
That's
on Friday,
interesting.
exactly 1 week before Kurt's body is found. Bonnie and I went over to the house to see Callie a little after dinner time. We had some good shit, like we always did, and Callie was excited to check it out. This was a fairly common occurrence, even if Kurt was on the road and not at home. There was a tight-knit group or circle that used to hang at Kurt's new house, even if he and his family were not present. Kurt had a few places, so he wasn't always at the house by the lake. He had just finished up a tour and was supposed to go back out on the road, but there were a bunch of issues, and he was currently doing a rehab stint out of town. Bonnie, Callie, and I were listening to music, and I was going to do some tattoo work on Callie. We all got high, and it was righteous. I do know that Jennifer Adamson was there, and Renee Navarrete, and Jessica Hopper. I know Jennifer got high and Renee, and I'm pretty sure Jessica didn't. I don't know if Callie was sleeping with Jessica and Jen simultaneously, but I know he was sleeping Jennifer. I didn't pay much attention to Renee, never really did, wasn't close to him, so he is sort of faceless too, and not standing out. Present on this Friday night are Call, Bonnie, Jennifer, Renee, Jessica, and myself.
Callie.
No Dylan, no DCR, no Lanigan. We listen to records, we smoke weed, have some beers, talk shit, the usual hangout stuff. I'm not saying I was unaware that Kurt was about to show up around 1 a.m. on Saturday morning, but at this current time, I cannot remember if I knew he was coming home or not. Something tells me to stick with the fact that I did not know he was coming.
Paul, just weeks before, he was stating at Caitlin Moore's apartment that he was getting death threats and he didn't want to go home. But Courtney kept calling and leaving answering machine messages, and then she had to kick Kurt out of her apartment, and he didn't like that. And he told her he was receiving death threats, but she didn't believe him and thought he was just trying to gain sympathy. As well, the last 5 letters of that letter are not his writing, and the practice handwriting sheet found in Rosemary Carroll's backpack in LA. I think it was LA, yes. There's so much here. Joe seeing it happen. I mean, I could have you speak to the eyewitness that seen your friend be attacked and killed. Mark Lanigan and all his connections with unsolved mysteries, and in his last book, changing the story about what happened in 1994 in 2021. Can you please take that into consideration too? Joe's testimony, the eyewitness who was there with Bonnie Dillard and Jennifer Adamson, who is now dead, as well as with Callie DeWitt. They left when Courtney and Tom and probably Eric Erlandson came at nighttime. Tom is known as the creeper that was creeping around outside taking photos of everyone. My gosh. We have an eyewitness that seen Kurt being attacked in the basement. And I know you were friends with him, but shut up with that suicide crap. Your friend did not kill himself. Freak out over it. Or do something about it. Don't just be dumb and ignorant about it. There's so much fucking pointing to it. How can you be that ignorant to it? He was divorcing Courtney and leaving her, taking the money, trying to get Francis away from her. She had him killed, and then she gave that spot from Lollapalooza to Billy Corrigan and was dating him at the time. Yeah, your friend was murdered, and so much points to that. We have an eyewitness speaking out about it that was there with Bonnie Dillard, Jennifer Adamson, Macaulay Culkin's sister. All right, someone you met, yeah. We have the eyewitness. We have the Unsolved Mysteries tips linking Mark Lanigan and Tammy Hill from his autobiography. We have Joe Burns, the eyewitness. I mean, we have the fact that he was unconscious before the shotgun went off. I know magic does exist, but then you would know that the Mark Lanigan tips from Unsolved Mysteries are pretty revealing, and they actually link back to Tammy Hill, the one person Mark was the closest to, one of them in the 90s, that he told all his secrets to. Have you read his book where he said his motto was die motherfucker die, and he tried to murder his mother, so his mother kicked him out of the home? Have you read where he said he'll lie and steal and rip people off over and over and over again? He would beat people up for $20, but he won't kill somebody for thousands of dollars. Interesting. His last album, very revealing. His last book, 2 books, very revealing. The Unsolved Mystery Tips from 1997, very revealing. Dylan Carlson's lyrics, very revealing. Dylan and and Mark in that interview, very revealing. Just because you were his friend and you don't want to believe it doesn't mean you're right. Evidence is going to show otherwise, especially eyewitness testimony. I know we want there to still be a mystery and not know what happened, or we respect people and we just don't want to believe it, but fuck waiting for another 32 years or 33 years. I'm done with waiting, and I haven't even fucking waited that long as much as you people that are older than me. So, and now we know everything. We do. The mainstream media hasn't caught on, and even if they have, they're not going to say it. I have spoken with Joe so much about this. I'm basically the only one he speaks to besides his dog, and he tells me that. I'm just sick of this. I took my life over this fucking shit. I attempted it. I survived. But I'm going all the fucking way with this. I wouldn't spend every fucking day, every hour focusing on it for year after year after year after year if I didn't know he was actually murdered and link everything together and be confident enough to say it. The mainstream media doesn't want to talk about this. And people just want to dismiss it, for whatever reason, but it's still stupid that they dismiss it. And actually pretty horrible and awful. Imagine if somebody else that you loved or yourself was like hit in the head with something, then forcefully injected and shot in the mouth with a shotgun, and we found out who it was, and people are discrediting the person that's telling, the world what you would want them to know. Good. Mark's own audiobook is full of who he is. Like, he says it himself. And think about his changed testimony. I never heard from Kurt in 1994 or April. Nobody did. We had a feeling something bad happened. I did. 2021, Kurt called me in April, early April. That's changing your story. That's where people should be suspicious. They say Joe is changing his story. He's really just adding things that he left out.
Home early that Saturday morning. So,
no, I'm taking this all the way. I seen in the 90s how life was so much better, and there was so many good people and influences, and life is just completely crap now. With all the A-lister celebrity influences that take over the world's attention instead. And I'm fucking sick of it.
Kurt shows up, he gets dropped off by a limousine, and I know it is either midnight or early morning on Saturday. Nothing seems strange at this moment. Kurt comes in, sort of tired, just traveled. We all greet him. I don't remember where exactly Bonnie and I were, but I would guess we were down in the basement or in Callie's room. I know Callie had his own room.
Just want to say there's a better place than here, and there's a lot of spiritual happenings behind everything here. 2013, my near-death experience, I was even wearing a Nirvana shirt that they cut off of me in the hospital. I had my near-death experience. I went to a better place that was full of love. It was full of love, and it was the best unconditional love ever. And then I came back here, and I kept getting my spirit beaten down by authority. There's more to us and who we were all supposed to be together. And there is. We just got to consciously tune into that. It all connects with understanding how much we've changed since the 90s and the direction we've gone because of tyrants that are currently taking over our world and making everyone fucking crazy with fake news and all their evil. The A-lister Epstein celebrities links back to Courtney Love, links back to Bill Gates killing our family for Build Back Better, great fucking reset agenda. The fucking, technocracy. And Bill Gates lived right across the lake from Kurt's house at the time that Kurt was murdered. It's just all links together. I see where it all connects. I see that how life is going, how it should have been, and how we should fucking shape it to make it better. It goes beyond just one person, Kurt Cobain. But in that realization, of even Kurt Cobain, like, we're all one. Like Kurt Cobain said, all in all is all we all are. Kind of like the Manson thing with jams too. Always is always forever, as long as one is one. Inside yourself is your father. All is none, all is none, all is one. Yeah. I mean, it's really important for me. I see this world just like how Hank wrote it. There's a bunch of main people, celebrities, scientists, all that are propped up, and we could really break the mold and make this world a better place. And it starts with seeing past all the bullshit making people see they've been lied to and deceived for so long, and not just about Kurt's death, but also about the fact of who they are, and that they can lucid dream, and it's supposed to feel and be normal right now to you. There's a better place than planet Earth, and it's Nirvana, and it's outside of here, and it's really real. It goes beyond music.
I think Renee either had his own room or he stayed with Callie. Remember, they are supposed nannies together. Kurt got high, I remember that for sure. And in the back of my head, I was sort of bummed because I knew he was coming back from rehab. It's really hard to kick heroin, man. Being dope sick is a total bitch.
Oh, and the Epstein people, all the Mossad and associates, Zionists specifically is what they are. Even Epstein was. Sarah, her family, a lot of them, Jimmy Kimmel, Lisa Kudrow, Amy Schumer. They're committing the fucking Gaza genocide and laughing about it. Those are the A-lister celebrities involved in the same trafficking rings that we have influencing everybody now in really horrible fucking ways. Kurt Cobain's influence is much needed. If somebody else can be like Kurt Cobain, I'll focus on them and their influence, and I'll shine that myself and have people influence people to do that too. And then I don't think that's going to happen.
Anyway, we all got high, and I've told the story about eating the Marie Callender chicken dinner with Kurt. And that happened probably an hour or so after we all hung out and got high. I want to say we all got high at the basement, and then Kurt and I moseyed up to the kitchen for a bite. As for what the others are doing, I don't know.
Maybe Chuck Schumer, but Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman's friend, is a Zionist. So is Lisa Kudrow. So is Sarah and her sister, Susan Silverman. She lives in Israel. Extreme Zionist on her Facebook account. Therefore, the Gaza fucking genocide and repopulating over it and laughing and having a bunch of fun and doing a lot of evil. I know, it's something we should laugh about. I know.
I remember Kurt wanting to crash out after the food, and that's all I basically remember of that Friday night and early Saturday morning. Now, there are a few key things that supposedly happened on Saturday morning, but I do not remember anything with relation to these key events. Did Jessica Hopper and Kath listen to Kurt sing them a song at the foot of the bed on Saturday morning? I didn't see that, and I don't remember that at all. He supposedly sang some Skinhead Girl song to Jessica and Callie. It is possible that it happened, I just didn't witness it, nor ever talk about that with anyone. Also, supposedly at around 8 a.m., someone took a taxi cab to the local gun shop or something, and this too, I do not remember seeing this, nor anyone talking about this. I know there is some speculation that Callie was actually dressed like Kurt, or pretending to be Kurt, or something like that. I will state that I can't imagine Kurt waking up at 8 a.m. to go buy shotgun shells, and it was said that the store wasn't even open until around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Like I stated in the very beginning, I'm not going to have answers, nor be able to explain everything. At the time, did I know more?
Yeah, if you weren't allowed to have another opinion, I would block you.
Maybe.
I'm not like, who killed Kurt? Well, you can't say Mark Lanigan. You can't talk about Danny. You can't see that there's truth in there, but also misinformation that was put out. You just can't look at it.
But today, in 2025, some 30 years after the event, I can only tell you what I clearly remember now. What I do remember specifically on Saturday morning and into the afternoon was that Kurt was sort of hiding out. The phone was ringing. It would usually be Callie or Renee or Jessica answering it. I don't know who was calling. I didn't ask. I just know Kurt was pretty much sticking to himself. I feel like he went out that day, somewhere. But from my research, it seems that there were no credible sightings of him on that Saturday. Remember, this is a big house, and the greenhouse was separated, and there was a little park nearby, Ballin. Would Wasley walk down to the lake? Kurt had low places he could have hung out, or hid, is my tea, holding his hand all day on Saturday, and didn't even know if I went to bed at all. Bonnie and I were pretty strung out on heroin at this time, as were the others. As for my direct interaction with Kurt on Saturday, ILD tend to lean that it was later in the afternoon when we would have gotten high, or smoked a joint, or whatever. I do remember talking to him about a new contract with Geffen that he wanted to negotiate, and he wanted to do a song with me. Whether it was going to be a solo project, or he was going to cameo with one of my bands. I can't nail it down fully. I just remember talking about doing new shit, and him wanting to branch out, and I think he had written a letter to David Geffen.
Have you read Mark's book where he talks about beating the shit out of people so much? When he's doing that, he's not strung out. Robbing people. Like, he did a lot. Then you're forgetting what he said.
Personally, at some point, I'm not fully sure. I know there was some beef going with his bandmates and those close to him, and I had talked to Kurt before about him going solo. Whether or not he meant it, I don't know. Maybe he was just talking shit. We always had a good conversational relationship. We could talk about anything, history, governments, races, all sorts of shit. Kurt was a unique bird and a super fascinating guy. I don't think we ever had one disagreement or argument in all the years I knew him. I miss him. I really do. So, Saturday continues on, and I'm sure Bonnie and I were getting high.
But why do you trust your own opinion more than somebody that's seen it with their own eyes? These YouTubers trying to discredit Joe weren't even there. YouTube didn't even exist in 1994, as you know. Duh.
Call and Jennifer, I know everyone was still around, but no Dylan DCR or Lanigan. Not yet. As for Jessica and Renee, I don't remember interacting with them much at all. I past don't. As night falls on Saturday, the drugs, Kemp flying, we fucked around with Anme's song jammed. Had beers, smoked weed, read books, gat into debates. The usual. Shit. Kurt.
That's right. The fiction is actually the suicide narrative. There's so much evidence that points towards murder. I don't know how you can make it more clear unless you just don't want to accept it.
He was definitely bothered by something. He wasn't super chipper, but he was still hanging out, smoking weed, getting high, strumming his guitars. Everything was pretty copacetic. Until it wasn't. I'm not exactly sure where I was when Dylan, Lanigan, and the third assailant showed up. I feel like they parked somewhere else, not in the driveway, and I don't know why I keep thinking that, but I know for certain that they all show up together. I can picture their faces, and it looked like they were up to no good, I'll tell you that. And I can speak from experience, having hit many licks and doing fucked up shit for years. I'm not saying they have the looks.
This isn't a theory. So when you're standing around someone and you see them be attacked and killed, that means that you're an eyewitness. It means that you've seen the crime happen. And if you're telling people about it, that means you're telling people about what you've seen.
The murderers, but something is definitely up. And if I was to give an exact time as to when they showed up, it's got to be around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., which now makes it early Sunday morning. They were not there in the day, nor early evening. I mean, did Dylan stop by the house that day? By himself? It's possible, but I don't remember seeing him in the daytime at all. And now looking back, I feel like they were waiting a day, or some hours, planning out what they were about to do. That's why they didn't show up the night Kurt came home. Something was set in motion on Friday and Saturday. Something was planned out between them, or they had to arrange stuff. Something was going on now that I can piece these things together more. I think Dylan asked me where Kurt was, and I don't know if that meant he wasn't sure if Kurt was actually home with us, or he was just dead set on finding Kurt that second. Lanigan and DCR were not saying anything, they were being creeps, and I've referred to them as creepers previously in some interviews and discussions over the past 2 years. Fucking Lanigan. Tea and hat, DCR was some guy to me at that point, and it wasn't totally weird for some rand dude to hang out, especially when you are dealing with copious amounts of drugs and cute women are hanging around. And knowing Dylan and Lanigan for years, and assuming that they were still besties with Kurt, no alarms were going off in my head. The Three Stooges headed for the basement, and
So this AI narration I'm playing, I'm just going to play into what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you. So it's the book from the eyewitness, Joe Burns, that seen your friend, Mark Lanigan, attack Kurt Cobain in his basement on Sunday, April 3rd, 1994. The book is called To Kurt, I'm Sorry. And I've done a lot of work here linking Mark Lanigan with the Unsolved Mysteries tips and Tammy Hill. And you should know all about that.
followed somewhat closely behind. When Kurt saw them, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. As I landed, I moved over to Bonnie and Jennifer. I cannot tell you if Colin, Renee, and Hopper were in the basement. I don't remember them being there. I'm not saying they were not there, but the only people that completely stand out to me, and the only ones who are etched into my brain forever, are Kurt, Dylan, Lanigan, DCR, Bonnie, and Jennifer. And to preface this, why would you commit a...
How about you say, okay, I will look into this and then I will get back to you both. That would be cool.
crime of this magnitude in front of two women? I have never understood this, but if I had to guess or label it, I would assume they were on a mission and felt it was either now or never, or they were itching to do it. Something beyond devilish was driving them, obviously. This will be hard to describe and painful in that it might not come across very coherent or detailed, but here goes. It happened very quickly, the assault. Almost like they were wrestling or grappling, so it didn't frank me out right away, but I'm sure it looked pretty strange to Bonnie and Jennifer. Fucking Lanigan either grabbed something from the band room, or he had something with him, I can't recall, because I don't remember seats him holding anything as he came into the house, but he wound up and tried to hit Kurt in the head. It looked lick. He missed at first, and Dylan was kind of holding him down, or pushing his elbow into the back of Kurt's head. It's hard to describe. Kurt was high. He wasn't bobbing and weaving. It was like he was being wrestled to the ground. These three clowns came into the house like barnstormers or a team of wrestlers fresh off a steroid cycle. It was fucking disturbing, and it was happening quickly and right in front of us. Why I didn't jump in, I can't say. I don't know why. And this is something I've had to live with for 30 years. I wasn't a good friend at that moment, obviously. And I have to reiterate how fast this was happening. It's as if we all went into shock. Me, Bonnie, and Jennifer. I do remember one of the girls screaming, but only briefly.
Honestly, if I was there, just ignoring him, if I was Joe or Bonnie or Jennifer, or even Callie, I would have just started smashing every window with a rock or something, and then Kurt did not do it in big paint or spray paint or something. That's what I would have done. I know. The conspiracy theories are literally trying to say that he killed himself, and that's his murderers trying to make you believe it, and they did a good job at that. That was my stomach. Oh my gosh. The end of this for me is a taco. Well, it's to help people be aware more of lucid dreaming and the spiritual aspects of all of this connected to me that have been happening for a long, long time. Ultimately, bringing people to a better place, away from a place where tyrants are bombing everybody. It should have been a better earth for us, a better place here, but it didn't turn out that way. That's the end goal. That's the end of all this. Until then, we give the people hell, or at least I give the people hell that made me attempt my own life. And I keep giving them hell. With other people in spirit that actually did take their lives successfully over this. For real. That's what I've been doing in my dreams as well. I kind of I want to go over the real punk rock rebellion spirit. No, I do not agree with everything G.G. Allin says or does, but it's the aspect of being yourself and not giving a shit about what society or wants you to be, or putting up with any molding that society wants to do to you. Really just letting go too.
More power over your children than you do.
I had such a fierce, intense fire burning inside of me. It was so much that just wants to explode.
G.G. Allin brags he's on his way to becoming the leader, the messiah for America's youth. He already claims to have 1 million followers. Wherever he goes, he plays to sell out crowds. And this is what they see. Concerts filled with violence, bloodshed, and sexual assault. G.G. Allin wants to lead America's young people in a bloody revolution to take over the country.
By the way, it's rumored that Kurt actually visited Gigi in prison.
And he says nothing can be done to stop him. Why is that, Gigi?
Somebody will stop you because I am the true underground messiah. When you come to my show, you're going to war. And I'm out for violence, chaos, lawlessness all the way. I don't care about anybody or anything except for myself and my mission. And your kids out there, if you got kids out there, they're going to be my kids. I'm going to own those kids. They're going to do anything that I say.
And why is that? Why do they do anything you say?
Because I'm the king, and they can identify with me, because the real true nonconformist children in this country are sick and tired of their parents, their school, their people force-feeding them what to do. I am the answer. When they listen to my lyrics and they listen to my songs, they're listening to the way that it really should be, and you know that, and I know that, so don't bring, because your kids are my kids.
All right, I don't mean any disrespect here. I had never heard of you before we were going to do the show, okay? And I did a lot of reading about you, all right? Now, I want to know, is this, you seriously mean what you're saying?
Absolutely.
This is not an act.
I've been doing this ever since I was a child. This is what you see is what you get. I do this, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll still smell the same way, I'll still look the same way. This is not a show, this is not an act. I am that guy.
Now, do you honestly believe that you're a charismatic figure?
I believe that I am the king. I am the messiah. I rule the rock and roll underground. I'm bringing us to a revolution against the government, against the police, against any form of society that is trying to put us down and restrict us in any way, shape, or manner. You cannot conform. You must be a true nonconformist. To hell with what your parents have to say.
Okay.
I am the man. Okay. And all you have to do is listen to what I have to say.
Okay, well, who told you you were the messiah?
I said I was. Okay. And I am, because these kids, I get letters from all over the world. People worship me. They come to my shows. I'm going to rape the girl. I might rape the guys. I might have sex. I want it all. I want it all, and I'm going to have it all.
Okay, let me...
Because I am everything.
All right, yeah. You go way beyond sex, drugs, and rock and roll in your performances. You self-mutilate on stage.
I self-mutilate. I beat the out of my audience if they're in my way. I don't care about anybody or anything. When you come to my show, I'm the boss, I'm the king, you do what I say. You can challenge me, I have no problem with that. I like the confrontation.
Yeah.
But you're gonna lose.
All right. Are you proud of what you do?
Absolutely proud of it.
Why are you proud of what you do?
Because I am who I am, and I'm not a phony like everybody else out there. I am real. And how many of you can, at 35 years old, sleep with 16, 12, 13-year-old girls and boys and animals? Hey, this is the life. I got it all. And I got your kids.
You worried about him, audience, or what? Yeah?
You better be.
How many of you aren't worried? How many of you think this is so ridiculous your kids would never buy into it?
Okay,
All right.
Come on, I'll take you on. Well, don't run
All
right
right.
now. Come on.
All right, simmer down.
Come on down.
Simmer down.
We'll
simmer
see,
down.
won't we?
All right. It sounds like you're real angry.
I've been angry since day one. I knew the day I was born.
Why are you so angry?
I just hate everybody. There's no need for me to like everybody. Everything that I have in this world, I put back into number one. I am number one. I don't need to give anything to anybody.
You don't need to give anything back.
I don't need to give anything back. I take it all.
All right. Do you know why you have so much hatred?
I have so much hatred because I look at these people, these robots, these conformists, these people that dress in their uniforms, and I'm sick and tired of it.
What are you wearing? What is
This
that?
is not a uniform.
That's not
for
a
me.
uniform?
You can say it's a uniform. I can say that's a
So
uniform.
I got a uniform, you don't have a
No, this is
uniform.
what I wear every day. If you see me tomorrow anywhere in Manhattan, you'll see me wearing this, and probably a whole lot less because you people wouldn't let me take my clothes off. I'd rather be out here naked.
This was a good decision.
It does not matter.
All right. Yeah.
This is real, and it's very important that people know that their kids are my kids, and I'm going to teach them, and you can't have them back.
You've repeated yourself on that.
Well, I'll
okay?
repeat it again
All
until
right.
you get it right.
I want to get new information. We have limited time here. Do you
What do
care?
you want?
Do you care about anything?
I don't care about anything but myself, and what I write and what I do is law.
How many times have you been in jail?
I've been in jail. I've been arrested over 52 times. I spent 3 years in prison.
What's your ultimate idea of a performance, of a fantasy performance?
All of it's not a fantasy performance, Jane. Come on, everything I do is real. It comes out of my head.
Well, what's your?
I live this life every day. When I'm on stage, it's my therapy. It's not a performance. It's a ritual. And the ultimate performance would be when I have reached my peak, and I'm not there yet. So don't you all clap when I say this. I'll commit suicide, but I'll take your kids with me.
What does that mean? You'll take our
That
kids
means
with you?
whatever I just said, I'll take them with me.
Well, what's it mean? Doesn't make
I'll
any
kill
sense.
them too, if I have to. Or they may kill themselves. When you reach your peak, it's time to die.
And when do you think your peak's going to
Whenever
be?
the battle is over,
Yeah.
whenever you have lost the power to fight. When you have got the power to fight, you fight. When you lose the power, you kill yourself or I'll kill you.
Are you a happy person?
I'm beautiful.
He's happy. All right, let me just. All right, how many of you? We have some of your fans in the audience. Identify yourselves here. Anybody? Yeah, I didn't want to guess. Okay, stand up for me here. What's his appeal as you see it?
Well, I'm his brother, and I'm the bass player in his band, Murder Junkies.
Are you ours, brother? For real?
Yeah.
Your
And,
brother?
you know, I just think that touring with Gigi is a great experience because you don't go on stage, you don't do the same thing night after night like most of these lame-ass, boring bands. You get up there, you're going to see something different and something new and something exciting every night.
And you believe in the
Somebody gets beat up or sent to the hospital.
What is this about beating
prison or
people
whatever.
up? What is this about beating
It's
people
a
up?
war out there.
What's
you know?
a war? Do you see these people beating each other up in the audience?
Well,
We beat
that's
them
their
up
problem.
afterwards.
Wait a minute. Okay, thank you very much.
Well, it's the whole confrontation. See, a lot of people come to my shows expecting a freak show, and they get caught up in the crossfire because they don't realize that what goes on in my mind is very real. And if they're in my way, and if I see somebody there that's just there to see the freak show, then they're going to be taken out. The only people that are left in are my allies who are standing at the end of the show. Those who have been sent to the hospital, those who have been raped or left or ran out the doors, they're the enemy. The people who stay are the allies which we take on and we will rule.
You mentioned this rape thing. If you were really a rapist, I mean, you'd be in jail for a lot longer
How
than
do you
3
know?
years.
All right. Do-do-do. I want to go to a phone conversation interview instead. That got really weird, bad. See, I don't agree with everything Gigi is, but
Grab your spoon.
if we had
You're gonna-
if we had that attitude towards the government only, like, oh shit.
Love this.
They would not be able to control us. Not about the other things he said, but
And the date is 12/26.
I'm gonna find one that's not all fucking like that.
Yeah, because you've been doing this for actually close to 15 years now. You played with some great people. Wayne Kramer of MC5 you're hanging out with when you were younger. You've done a lot of things. You played with Cheetah Chrome.
Let's say girls out there that want to date.
Hey everybody, press releases.
Let's see.
I just sort of knew when I was born in the womb that I had these special powers. And the day I was born, I just knew that I had a mission. And that mission, as soon as I heard what was going on around me, I just knew at a very early age that I had a special power. And as I progressed into the very early years of life, I knew that power was, that I could use that power in rock and roll would be my tool to do what I had to do. And I knew that was my purpose on earth, was to come here and take over rock and roll. That was it. I mean, I just knew this. I didn't know how it was going to come to be. Now as I get older and I see what I've been through, now I know how it's come to be. Because I did it the hard way. Everything I did. Hospitals, jails, prison, the blood poisoning, the broken bones, the hard tours, and the fact that I've lived as a loner and this one-man force. I see now how it is very important for me not to get involved with people and not to get involved in relationships, because the mission is number one. It's always been number one. And every time I've gotten involved in a relationship, it terminated for the mere fact that it was meant to be. You cannot get close to G.G. Allin because the mission has to go on.
What are your two biggest enemies? You said one time.
Comfort, conformity, people, the world. I mean, I wrote I Love Nothing pretty much explains.
What if it wasn't rock and roll? What if you didn't choose rock and roll? What if rock and roll never would have entered G.G. Allin's life? Where do you think you would have started?
I mean, see, that's the thing I was saying. That was my purpose here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say what if. That's it. Now, in the next life, I'm sure as strong as my soul is, it'll be exciting wherever I go. I really think that when I'm dead, that it's really going to be an exciting journey that I'm taking. 92 or 93, depending on if I violate parole. If I violate parole, it's 93. If I don't, it's 92.
Any ideas on how you're going to do it, or is it anybody's business?
No, I didn't get into that. That's something that I got to work out with myself.
Is that something you're going to plan, or is that something that's just going to end up happening when you feel it one night?
Oh, I'll plan it.
Did you plan the other one?
It'll still be October 31st. Huh?
Did you plan the other one? Like, had you made a plan about, like, last October 31st at the...
Oh, yeah, I planned the whole thing. I mean, when that time comes, I'll just decide then. It's a little premature to decide that now. I mean, obviously the most brutal way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole fact that the build up and you know you're gonna do it, and it's just like the final climax, and everything's, I mean, sort of building up, the tension builds up. You know you're gonna do it. You're probably gonna give. I mean, I'm obviously on the last show. I'll just tear myself apart completely. I mean, and then I'll just do it.
What if somebody tries to stop you? Namely, because I'm assuming it's going to be billed as your last show.
Well, I'll have it set up so it'll be unstoppable. Somehow, I mean, I've thought of that. I've thought of every possible thing, every backup, and it won't be stopped. That's why I say 93, because I max out on this bit in September 9th, 1993, which I would be no parole, no nothing. October 31st, 1993, I can do what I want. From now until then, I'm on parole. If I violate parole, obviously I'm going to be in prison on October 31st, 1992. I would prefer to do it in 92 because I want to get it on. I'm ready to take the next year and a half as hard as I can, do everything I got to do and end it in 92. I'm sick of putting it off. I want to get it done. But obviously I don't want to say for sure 92 and then motherfuckers come get me and take me back to prison. And then they'll say, oh, he did it again. No, it'll be 92, 93 at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's really important for me to live and take everything that I can here and now and not waste time and not, get involved with meaning stupid, trivial things like work, relationships, and worrying about what's going to be tomorrow. Do today, like I said earlier, if I got $1 today, I'll spend 99 cents, and I'll keep $1 for tomorrow for the phone call. I mean, it just tomorrow. If tomorrow isn't here, if I had a place to live, and I had money, and I was having a good time, and I knew I was thinking, well, maybe I have a place to live tomorrow, I'd say, fuck it, do what I gotta do today, and do what I gotta do when tomorrow gets here. It's sort of, I mean, that's an example, but I mean, I take that much further.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, when I go out on the road, it's, it's like people around, it's like, well, I'll see you, I may not be back.
Do you feel so far you successfully laid the groundwork to the mission?
No, I still got some things to do. I think I've set it to a certain point, yes. But now there are some things that I still have to take care of.
Is there still hope for something other than G.G. Allin?
There's probably a hope for something, but whether it will really happen remains to be seen. Because it takes a very strong person to really want to die for it, to really believe in it that strong. Because like I say, everybody's playing that corporate ladder. Everybody wants to. They start out underground, and then eventually, as they get older, they start selling out, climbing up that ladder, and they play the game. They play society's game. I mean, I came along, so whether somebody would come along behind me is possible. I don't really see that it's very probable, because I think when I'm dead, that I will somehow still remain in this universe somewhere. Somehow, I'll be here in some form.
Yep, and I've actually had dreams of Gigi. I had one with Gigi, and it was with El Duce as well. And we were skydiving. And Gigi was on El's back, and I remember him looking at me, and he had glasses on. In the dream, they were staying on. And his cheeks were like blowing out in the wind, and he looked scared as fuck, holding on to El really tight. It was actually a funny dream, but yeah. I had one too, another one with G.G. Allin, I remember. And we were in some kind of restaurant or something where people were, and we had a can of soda that said dog soda on it. And I was drinking it, and Gigi was drinking it, and then we were barking. It's kind of like, oh, fuck, like Jimmy fucking Neutron. If any of you know that. But instead of burping, we were barking. I said bark soda or dog soda. Something like that. I remember that one. I remember another one with Gigi where it was just all black. And then he was walking, I think in my apartment, but it was really dark and he looked back at me. There was another dream I remember of him and he grabbed me. He actually grabbed me and lifted me up. And he told me not to become like him. Don't you make the same mistakes as me. Something like that. Don't make the same mistakes as me is what he said. And he was just an actual dark figure in that dream. Not a human body form. I've wrote down a lot of my dreams ever since 2020. All the way up until now. And I used to do that when I was like 12 all the way up to like 16. And then I just stopped it until 2020. When I was like, I don't even remember how old I was then. Uh, 28 or 27. I started picking them up again. And I do all the time now. Not really that much often anymore, though. I don't really get good sleep anymore. Sometimes I remember. I remember I woke up from one this morning with Kurt and some other people, and we were looking at some weird toys. Looked really stupid. You know those blockhead toys that everyone's obsessed with nowadays? We were looking at that and looking at it in a really weird way. And then I just woke up from that. There was someone beside him too, a girl. I think it might be that same girl from the other dream I had with Danny. I literally had a dream with a girl with short blonde hair. And I was with Danny, and we were in like a restaurant or something, and she was sitting down with us, and she said, "Thank you both for doing this. I shot myself with a double barrel shotgun." That actually fucking happened. And I wrote it down as soon as I woke up. And then Danny went through this dark door, but he waved to me, and he was himself in 1994. And I know that because I seen a photo of him in 1994 that was shared to all of us by Ryan Rich. But that really happened. What do you think about that? Isn't that bizarre, Bob, that actually did happen? It wasn't a lucid dream, but it was a vivid one. And then the next day, Danny dies. I told him about the dream too. He said, "I believe you," but I kind of got the sense that maybe he didn't really believe me. But then he died the next day. I've even had a dream of Danny in my apartment. Like there's a bed set up in my living room area to the far corner. And he was there on his cell phone texting me while I was in here in my room. I had him shout, "Thanks, Zach," really loud to me in an audio whatever that I picked up on when I was waking up one morning. It was clearly his voice. But that was crazy. I was sitting down at the table with him and her, and she looked at us and said, "Thank you both for doing this. I shot myself with a double-barrel shotgun." And then Danny went out a dark door and turned around and looked at me and waved. And he didn't look happy, he looked sad. And he was his 1994 self. Right? I've even had it from people I've been communicating with that haven't even passed on yet. We can all do that. We're just not even consciously aware that we're doing that most of the time. Because everything that's real, even on the other side, is real right now too. But we are multidimensional, but that means we're omnipresent as well, which explains why people can go to sleep right now and have a dream of any one of us, even though we're awake right here in our third dimension body. That explains why people can go to sleep and enter the lucid dreaming state and be with you consciously, even though you're still awake right here, right now, in the 3D. Because being omnipresent and part of the God source means that you are omnipresent and all-powerful. And that's what the elites want to hide from all of us. And they've been doing that since we were babies, not only in the third dimension, but in other dimensions too that we're in. They've been controlling us. That's the truth. And it's hard for a lot of people to believe, but you'll understand even just through your own dreams eventually. We weren't supposed to wake up so early in the morning and go to school at the age of 4 years old. We were supposed to stay in that hypnagogic state, that relaxed state, and we were supposed to grow spiritually. We weren't supposed to be taken out of that immediately as soon as we woke up, when we didn't want to wake up, and be put in a classroom and programmed with this and that. That was not supposed to actually happen to us, but since we're on a planet ruled by tyrants, it's supposed to happen. The people, even like the Egyptians, they were in that in-between state, hypnagogic state. That's why they understood so much. But now we have all this media and everything, computers related, and we're always distracted from who we are. It's so drastic too that it's horrifying. We just keep doing it. We just keep being unconscious to so much, not aware of so much. Year after year after year after year after year after year. And then we're wondering when we're older what the rewards are going to be on the other side. You were already on the other side the whole time while you were living in your third dimension body. You were supposed to be consciously aware and not block off those parts of your consciousness. The elite don't. Some of them do. Some of them are stupid, but they know this stuff. But they're just stupid anyway. And ignorant to the actual reality of it. They just want to live it up and party. And they'll just fucking go along with anything that they don't even know about. Like, really understand. Yep. The impossible would be like there not being more to existence. Yeah. So if anyone says, "Oh, you're not having dreams of me, lucid dreams," you are. We're all omnipresent. We're spiritual beings, but we've been denied this knowledge ever since we were babies, from remaining aware of it since we were babies. we were supposed to grow with the awareness, not little fucking spoiled princes and castles just growing with this awareness and calling themselves the elites and hooking up with every fucking celebrity so that they could be their mouthpieces. Do we just leave all the spiritual knowledge to the elites that want to destroy us and our Zionists that are blowing up Gaza and everything and are involved in all that Jeffrey Epstein stuff and occult stuff? We just let them have the information? Oh yeah, keep the knowledge with people like Courtney. They deserve it. We don't. We're not good enough. Kurt Cobain was trying to tell us all that we were, and we were all equal. Courtney is the exact opposite of that, and so is everyone else in her circle that is like her. A better influence was definitely needed. You would have had more people like me, and a lot of people like me would branch out. If Kurt Cobain was still alive, and we here in his third dimension body, and we were connected to him online and doing all this type of work or stuff with music, I mean, we would branch out with hundreds of more people that are thinking just like me right now, and just like Kurt did, and just like Joe did and still does. That would be a way better fucking influence. And we would influence millions of people easily. Now, any celebrity that no one really knows has 1 million followers on Instagram. It's ridiculous. Isn't it ridiculous, too, that Sarah Silverman has more followers than Chris Angel or David Blaine? When you put it into perspective, you realize some people just put a lot of money into looking popular, and it does work. You don't really need to have talent in it. You just need to have money, and you need to have good looks. And you need to be able to conduct yourself professionally once in a while. That's it. Yeah, he wanted freedom from all that control and crappy life. You would not see Kurt Cobain on Instagram promoting every single fucking thing that any corporation wanted him to promote, like many of these A-lister celebrities do, just to look good and get basically brownie points of being a good person that everyone should love and admire and follow. You know how much of an ego trip it would be to be an A-lister celebrity and have people commenting to you and liking your stuff every second of the day and night? It's like an ego trip you could never escape or even want to try resisting. They're not strong enough to resist it, most of them. Kurt was. But they didn't allow him to do that here in his third dimension body for much longer than he was doing that. Mm-hmm. All right, Bob, I'll see you soon, okay? And Emmy, I'll be back on soon. I'll see you in like an hour. All right. See ya. Peace. Yeah, you wanted expression. Freedom of so, yeah. All right. See ya.